Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful. Today's video is all about the meaning of Christmas. I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoy this video. For the first one, we're going to take some black cardstock. I picked this up from Dollar Tree, but you can get it at Hobby Lobby or Walmart. I'm going to use a paint stick, and I use my Cricut to cut the little figures out, and some toothpicks. I'm going to go ahead and paint those toothpicks black. Now, because the paper is kind of thin, it's, basic cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and glue some of the toothpicks behind the little figures because I need to make them a little more stable. So this way, once I place them on the little paint stick, they'll be able to stand up straight. So I'm just going to do a few and then I'll do the rest off camera. So now they're nice and stable with the toothpick behind it, and I'm just going to glue them on the paint stick. I didn't paint the paint stick or anything, I just left it the natural wood color. You can add some fairy lights to this if you like, but I had some fairy lights already on my table, so I didn't need to add anything, or you can add a little tea light behind it, look really pretty. They are kind of little. I could have made them bigger, but I really only had one sheet of the cardstock, and I didn't want to go to the store again. How many times I go to the store throughout the day? Too many. And every time I go to the store, I spend more money. So I still think it comes out cute because if I made them bigger, I wouldn't have enough room on the paint stick. So speaking of room on the paint stick, there was a little more space towards the left, and I did add two more little animals to fill up that space. So I'm also going to glue down the Bethlehem star to the staple. And there's also a angel, and I was trying to figure out how I'm going to place it down on the paint stick, but then I decided to use some floral wire and just glue it to the back of the angel and then glue it to the top of the staple. Now, if you pick up the cardstock from Hobby Lobby, I believe they're like 69 cents or something like that. They're under $1. And then the paint stick, so you can make this for under $2, really cheap. But look how pretty it came out. All right, for this one, we're going to use two Dollar Tree glass frames and some fairy lights. I'm also going to use this canvas pad, and I use my Cricut. I'm going to remove the backing on both the frames. Now I'm going to take a piece of that canvas pad paper, and I'm going to cut it down to fit inside one of the frames. I'm just going to trace it using the back of one of the frames and then just cut it out. Now I'm going to paint the canvas. Now I was going to print out a pretty background picture, but my printer ran out of ink, and my printer ink is so expensive. It's like almost $40, and I didn't want to spend that kind of money. So I said, well, let me see if I can paint something. I'm going to start off with some very light blue, add other colors to it like white, a little darker blue, because I'm trying to make a background like Bethlehem, because this is going to be a picture of Mary and Joseph. So I wanted something really pretty for the background. So now I'm trying to make the Bethlehem star. I took a paper towel and I made a little circle in the middle, and just, you can see what I'm doing. It wasn't working because my nail kept going through the paper towel, but normally it would work. So now I'm just adding a little darker blue to make it like a darker sky. It's supposed to be sort of at night that they're walking. Now, I'm not an artist, and you guys know this, so I'm doing the best I could with this. Now I'm just adding a little black at the top, just going to blend all the colors together. I try to add a few clouds at the top with a lighter blue. I'm going to add some trees and a bush. So I start off with the brown, and then I'm going to add some green to the trees, and then I add a little bush to the right. I also take a little brown paint to make like kind of a hill or walkway, not a walkway, a hill like in the horizon. You'll see in the end. So now I'm just adding the green to the trees. Now I don't know if they had trees where they were traveling, but I think they had palm trees from what I remember. Now I'm just going to add a few stars at the top, just a few. Now I'm just going to take that canvas and hot glue it down to one of the backs of the frame. Now these frames have those little tabs to hold the glass in place. I'm just going to remove them because I don't need it. Now I'm going to place that canvas right inside and glue it down. And I also removed one of the kickstands. Now for the other frame, I'm going to add some fairy lights inside. Just going to glue it right where the glass goes, and I'm going to do the whole entire frame. And then I'm going to place the glass right on top with some glue. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the other frame, just place that canvas right in back with some glue to hold it down. Now I use my Cricut. I'm just going to place down the vinyl of Mary and Joseph. Now all that's left is just to hot glue both the frames together. And that is it for this project. And look how cute this came out. So pretty. All right, for this one, we're going to take some little wood pieces. I had some leftover pieces from Dollar Tree. I just purchased them. These are the long pieces from Dollar Tree. They were pre-cut from previous DIYs. I'm going to go ahead and paint all four of them different colors. It's going to be black, white, blue, and like a warm beige. I also used my Cricut, and this one comes out so pretty. So I'm just painting all the little wood pieces, all different colors, and then I'm going to place the vinyl right on top. Now I'm going to be placing down the vinyl. I'm going to start with the top piece first, and I'm going to place down Mary and Joseph, the nativity scene. You can also add lights to this. You can like drill holes in the back because the wood is not really that thick, but I didn't have the piece to drill a hole, you know, So, I mean, those are options. If you do choose to make something like this, you can actually place some lights, and I think it would come out really pretty. Now I'm going to place down the word night. Now I could not get this off my transfer tape, so I had to actually place it down individually. Now the last piece, I'm just going to place down the word. It says Holy Night. Now I'm going to take a back end of a paintbrush with some white paint. Just going to add a few little stars. Now all I'm going to do is glue them on top of each other. So to hold together, I just placed a popsicle stick in back. Now I want it to be able to stand, so I'm going to use 2 tumbling tower blocks. I'm going to glue it to the back. And that is it for this one. So pretty. For this next project, I'm going to be using a Dollar Tree wood star. I'm also going to be using these letters I got from Hobby Lobby for 99 cents. And I'll be using this Dollar Tree nativity set. I used it before. I'm just going to reuse it. I'm going to start off by painting everything white. I'm also going to be painting the star with navy blue paint. Now everything's dry, I'm just going to place everything down on the star. I'm going to place down the nativity set and the letters on the sides. Now I could have used my Cricut, but I decided to use and reuse the nativity set that I got last year. I know I bought a new one, I just couldn't find it, but it's okay. I just repainted it. I like the way this one comes out. It comes out so pretty. Now I'm going to place down Mary, Joseph, and Jesus. I went with the navy blue because, I don't know, I just love this color. I think it's so pretty with gold and white. So I had to reposition Mary because I didn't have enough room. I hope you guys are enjoying this video today, and if you are, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. So I'm going to place down the vinyl words that I created in my Cricut. So this was really easy to make, and you will see the end results. They're so pretty. So if you do try to recreate it and you don't have a Cricut, you can certainly write in the letters or the words, or you can leave the words out. So instead of using white stars, I decided to make gold stars. I thought it looked pretty with the blue. So off camera, I decided to go around the star with some gold metallic paint. Also, I made a little bow out of Dollar Tree ribbon. Just going to place it right at the top of the star. And that is it for this project, and I think it came out so pretty. All right, so we're going to make an activity set from scratch. I picked these up from Dollar Tree. These are the long planks. I'm going to go ahead and cut them down and back. Now I cut them down, and I also shared my measurements in case you want to recreate this. Now I'm just going to put it together. I'm going to use some wood glue and some hot glue. So now I'm going to start placing the bottom base with the left side first. I could use the wood glue and the hot glue. Then I'm going to do the right side. Now I'm going to take that top left piece and do the same thing with the hot glue and the wood glue. It'd be a lot easier if you had somebody else to help you, because it's really hard to do it yourself, but I managed. Then I'm going to place the right side and glue everything together. Now you'll notice that some of the wood pieces have like a little slant cut. I don't even know how to explain it. This way it kind of like tapers to the top. I use a little miter box that I got from Home Depot to cut these pieces. It's not that difficult. It just takes some time to figure out the angles and stuff, because I was getting a little confused with the angles. Now I'm just going to paint it with some water and burnt umber. So for the backing, I used a Dollar Tree poster board. I just cut it out. All I'm going to do is paint it with the same paint color, burnt umber. Now I'm just going to glue that poster board to the back. So I decided to add some moss to the top, and I'm using some Hobby Lobby moss, but you can use Dollar Trees. So I'm going to trim it because it is kind of bushy and long at the sides. Now I'm going to be using these wood pegs I got from Hobby Lobby for Mary and Joseph. And for Jesus, I'm going to use this little one. It was an angel. It comes in a bag from Dollar Tree. And I just took the wings off. So to wrap them, I just use different types of material. You can use anything you like. I use some burlap. I use some drop cloth. I mean, Like I said, it's your choice. So I'm just going to use the burlap first, wrap it around, and then the other piece is the drop cloth, and I'm gonna place that right over the top. Now I'm gonna make Mary, and she's gonna have a little white on her. It's like a very thin material. Joseph, I decided to wrap around some jute twine around the top of his head. Now for baby Jesus, I'm just going to use that white thin fabric and wrap him in that. Now I need to place Jesus in something, so I decided to use this. I got this from Dollar Tree. I don't know the name of it. I'm not going to even try to guess. I'm just going to cut a little piece out. Now I'm trying to fluff it because it's laying flat because I think it has a lot of glue in it. I'm just trying to make it a little more fluffy and loosen up the strings inside. This is going to be for Jesus, and I'm trying to mold it into, like, I don't even know what it's called, like not a crib, but you know what I'm talking about. So I thought maybe using some jute twine and tie the ends. This way it kind of like forms like some kind of a cradle for Jesus. Now I'm going to place baby Jesus inside to make sure he fits. The really great part about making your own nativity set is, you can be creative and create it the way you like it, or you can buy it. Now I'm going to place down Mary and Joseph. Now I need a base to place it on. I just went ahead and painted this piece that I got from Temu, but Dollar Tree carries them as well. Just going to glue it down. I also made a Bethlehem star and made it out of popsicle sticks and just glued it right at the top. I also made a sheep out of foam sheet and just created it out of my Cricut. I made two, but I'm only going to use one. Now for the three wise men, I just used a jingle block and a wood round for their heads and some drop cloth. I'm not going to show you how I made each one, but I just wrapped them in the drop cloth. Some I added wire around the top, some I added some string just to make them look different. Now I'm going to glue them down. I have no idea why I had placed the nativity set this way. So out of frame. So sorry, guys. But you can see I'm actually gluing down the three wise men. And that is it for this project. I love it. I think it came out amazing.
All ye faithful, joyful and triumphant, O come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of
Well, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in a few weeks. Bye-bye.